Hello, citizens of Gotham. My name is Graham Elwood, and you are watching The Political Vigilante. It is Wednesday, May 12th. Thank you, everybody, to watching here on YouTube. CIA Tube, still demonetized. Now I have to go to copyright school, which sounds ridiculous. I got to watch a video and answer some questions on copyright school. So to maybe get my strike, we have a copyright strike now on the show on YouTube. So thank you for watching on Facebook and on Rockfin. Rockfin, you know, more people are joining Rockfin every day, which is great. And we just had they have these like monthly meetings for the content creators where we talk about the goal of what they're trying to do with Ray and Martin Floriani, who's been on this show, the founder of Rockfin, was talking. One of the things they're trying to do is to get maybe some of these big crypto YouTube shows, some of the ones I mentioned, The Moon, Crypto Casey, BitBoy Crypto, Altcoin Daily, that have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. I think BitBoy Crypto is close to 1 million now. And get them on Rockfin and just get them to start talking about Ray, because Ray's been sort of stuck at around $1 and $1.50. Goes down to $1.30, it'll go up to $1.70, $1.80, but it's right in the $1.50 range. So what I found out is there's some early, I don't know who, but there's some early content creators on Ray that have a huge treasure trove of Ray tokens because they've been on Rockfin since day one, and they're selling big chunks at a time. And that's why the price keeps dropping. It'll go up a little bit, then they'll say, so I don't know, maybe they need money. I don't know what the situation is, but so that's part of it. So the more people that can get into it, the better. Yeah. So hit support underground music at Rockfin right on. So yeah. And a great way to support the show is go over to rockfin.com/Graham Elwood, and you can tip, which is like the super chat feature, which of course. So the way this show makes money is, and literally keeps the lights on, is through patreon.com/Graham Elwood, Rockfin, which is great. And we do a Monday night premium members only stream, and you get all this premium content. And then, of course, we have a Venmo and a PayPal and even a P.O. box some people have sent to, which I appreciate any and all ways you can support the show. So thank you, everybody, over on the Rockfin. Please hit the like button. Snoop, shave your knuckles for justice. Thank you for tipping over at rockfin.com. Can you name some of the suspicious activities of the CIA and FBI? I want to research them, but don't know where to begin. Well, here's what I do sometimes to get ready for government secrets, as I type in either operation or project, like CIA operation, and then pick a letter from the alphabet and see what comes up. You really should look up, the big ones are MK Ultra, Operation Paperclip. We just talked about Project Artichoke on 2 episodes ago. These are all CIA operations. You can talk about, research how the FBI helped get Fred Hampton murdered. I'd start there. And also CIA coups, and then type in all the countries that the CIA has helped stage coups, and you'll see about 20 some countries. Iran, Guatemala, I mean, all through Central America, all through Central and South America. Chile, we helped put Pinochet in power, who was a brutal dictator that executed people in soccer stadiums and stuff. We helped that. That's America. That's a good old US of A. Sharif Snugs, what's up, dude? Good to see you here, my friend. Graham, it's official. Marianne Williams is our keynote speaker for March for Medicare for All in Washington, D.C. We also have Savage Joy, Dr. Joy Jarvis, Scott Desnoyers, and much more. Thank you again, Graham. Awesome, dude. Well, and thank you for the work that you're doing. It was great having your peeps on the show, you and Lori and Shane. Kate, can you put the website, if people want to get involved for this march, it's in 3 different cities: Washington, D.C., Los Angeles, and Seattle. Can you just put that up on the screen so people can get involved? M for all. Yeah. Boom. Whitney, we're going to get Whitney Webb back on soon for sure. I am busy. I was hoping to get it this week, but it's just been kind of crazy with what's going on in Palestine, which I'm going to cover in a second. But Abby Martin, we're probably going to have her on next week. Same with Aaron Matei for next week. We're lining them up. So this is I just put it up there. These are this is the website. It's you can volunteer. Even if you're not in one of these cities, and if you can't physically be at one of these rallies, there's a lot of ways you can help. So it's on the website. So yeah, get involved. Check that out. All right. I know Jimmy's probably going to go live in the next hour. So I wanted to do a couple segments because I'm doing stand-up comedy tonight. I got to get the rust off before my big headline show. 2 shows in beautiful Waikiki Beach on the lovely island of Oahu. May 30th at the Blue Note. There's a 6:30 and a 9 o'clock show. The tickets are available. The ticket link is at grahamelwood.com under appearances. It's the only live show ticket link there. So if you are planning a vacation or you live out in the Hawaiian Islands, please check it out. So yeah. Hi, I wish I could help you, but I can't transfer money because of sanctions of Iran. But I like your episodes about Gates, Epstein. Thank you, man. Oh, no worries. No worries. And I'm sorry that the United States is sanctioning Iran for no good reason. And don't worry. And let me pin this. I'm going to pin the Medicare for All thing in the YouTube chat so that it'll be up there the whole show so you can see it if you're in YouTube. Bring me Graham as your travel videographer. Yeah. Where can I find the Epstein episodes? Well, on my YouTube channel, I have an Epstein playlist that has all my Epstein videos, and you'll see some of them from a couple of years ago are my most watched videos ever. 100, 200,000 viewers. So check that out. All right, let's do the and one of the reasons I want to get Abby on the show and Aaron Matei is to well, Abby for sure is so much. She's so knowledgeable on what's happening in Palestine and with Israel, way more than I am. She has this movie out, Gaza Fights for Freedom. I highly recommend watching that. So yeah. All right, let's do no gas at any gas stations near me in Atlanta. Oh God, another reason to get an electric car, folks. Don't be at the mercy of this stupid archaic system where there's just, and then everyone flips out and buys too much. And here's a link to my Epstein playlist. I'm pinning it up there. So I went to Rockfin for the first time and subscribed. I can't see the live show there. If you go to my rockfin.com/Graham Elwood, you'll see it. You'll see that I'm live streaming right now. If you go to that. What is happening in Palestine will happen here in the US at some point. Believe it. I know. It's pretty nuts. It's already kind of happening, not in lesser degrees, but just that the look, the the militarizing police, like we've traded abuse tactics with the United States police departments and the Israeli. It's just awful. And being critical of the Israeli government does not make you anti-Semitic. And like, it's good to see more people that are Jewish speaking up. Katie Halper and all these people are like, this ain't right. This ain't right. There's the organization Break the Silence. Let me see if we can find them. Let me just find this real quick.
אני זוכרת מקרה ספציפי אחד ש...
All right, I just need to add this. Hold on, give me a quick second. Then we're going to do this segment. All right. Citizens of Gotham, here comes some truth bombs. MHC, thank you so much for supporting our show at rockfin.com. Increasingly frequently, I have days in which I feel like we're on an unfinished roller coaster that we're helpless to stop because so many people riding with us are opting to fight each other instead of solving the problem. Yeah. And I don't like being so negative, but where negativity ends and simply having an accurate sense of reality begins is getting harder and harder to determine. Well, MHC, there's more people paying attention. Yes, there's people arguing and being stupid and petty and just picking sides and arguing just to argue because this is my team and I'm going to defend my team. But there's more people speaking up, and I'm going to show you that specific to the, Israeli-Palestinian. What Israel is doing to Palestine. Annalise Show, what's up, Annalise? How you doing, sweetie? If you enjoy Graham's show, please support us at Rockfin and watch our 100-day special with Lee Camp, Steph Samarano, Kit Cabello of Hardlands Media, and more. Yes, support Annalise. If you go to rockfin.com and sign up for the premium, you get my premium, Annalise's premium. Abby Martin just joined. Whitney Webb is there. Lee Camp, Jimmy Dore, Hardlands, Ron Placone. You get a lot. Melissa H, what's up, Melissa? Politicians like Yang think that all Jews everywhere support Israel's right-wing government. The United States must speak out strongly against the violence by government-allied Israel extremists in East Jerusalem and in the West Bank and make clear that the evictions of Palestinian families must not go forward. Bernie Sanders, wish he wouldn't say evictions, but it was good comment. Now act. Yep. I know. All right. Hold on. Let me hold on. Oh. Where is it? Shit. Well, all right. We don't have that. Okay. Sorry, everybody. Here we go. Mad ass. Shaving Knuckles for Justice. I'm sorry for the YouTube kerfuffle, Graham. Have a good set later. No worries, man. Yeah, I got a copyright strike. Whatever. This is the way. This is what living in an authoritarian state is like. Oh, Graham, you live in China or Russia? No, America. This is what happens in America. Happening right now. Hit the like button, everybody. All right. Here we go. Okay, hold on. Hold on, damn it. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to go watch Jimmy, that's fine, or you can watch his show on the playback. Whatever. Here we go. Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Elwood, and you are watching the Political Vigilante. So we are being censored. We got a copyright strike now for a video I did last summer. Not making this up. Suddenly I get a copyright strike from a video I did in July of 2020. Totally reasonable. Still demonetized. So please support us at patreon.com/Graham Elwood or Rockfin, where I post all my videos on Rockfin. They're not censored. There's no ads. They're free. There's ads that I have or videos I have behind the premium paywall, but everything. And there's videos on Rockfin that are not on YouTube because YouTube's going to pull them down or whatever. So I wanted to talk about, obviously, the seriously, according to the UN, war crimes that Israel is currently and has been committing in Palestine, and why it's important is how you see the American media specifically, which gets a lot of money from AIPAC, covers it and the language that needs to change, and how more people are speaking out about this, which is good, including Bernie Sanders, who is Jewish, whose parents survived the Holocaust. And he has said, I remember he said during the primary, he goes, being critical of a right-wing Israeli government does not make you anti-Semitic. And, you know, Katie Halper, who's Jewish, all these people are speaking out saying, this ain't right, man. It's not right. Because it just falls into this old, and younger people are waking up, like, you know, younger people who are like, well, I'm Jewish, but I'm not going to just blindly follow Israel because this isn't right. So I've been very critical of like democracy now. I think they, you know, they've Russiagated and done some other stuff that I really don't agree with. But when it comes to this issue, they cover it the right way. At least 50 Palestinians killed as Israeli attacks continue. Protests call out Israeli crimes. The death toll has risen to 48 Palestinians as Israeli forces continue their bombing attack in the besieged territory. And why this is important is because, like, if you look at CNN or the New York Times, they say, oh, well, the conflict, like it's both sides. And they talk about, well, Hamas bombed Israel. So after all this is done, it's the same language is used in defending Israel that is used to defend police departments. It's the same language. Wow, that black guy had a criminal record, or he was looking for his gun, or he was resisting, or, you know, George Floyd was trying to pass a counterfeit bill and he's got a drug record. What does that have to do? Why is it okay to put your knee on his neck and kill him? You know, and so much of this territory has been stolen and taken, and so we need, the whole international community needs to speak up. And other countries, you get to outside of America and you see that the media is way more critical of Israel's treatment. But because AIPAC spends a lot of money and they just smear anybody that is critical of Israel, they're automatically smeared anti-Semitic. Just automatically, they spend a lot of money. In the same way, the NRA spends a lot of money with the Republican Party and media outlets. Anyone that's like, hey, we need gun regulation. Oh, they want to take your guns. Oh, they hate the Second Amendment. They hate America. Like, it's just reactionary, and it's really awful. And if you are an Israeli or support Israel, you should be critical of this, because a government abusing power is never good for anybody. So, because this is, and I saw Susan Sarandon post this, but this has been floating around the internet. Myth: Palestinian and Israel are in a conflict, right? So you see, evictions in Jerusalem became focus of Israel-Palestinian conflict. This is the New York Times. How Jerusalem neighborhood reignited the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, right? So this is the language they use to make it say, well, there's two sides. You know, this is the same, like, you know, hey man, cops shoot white people too. That's not good. They shouldn't be shooting anybody, but this is the new language that this needs to be put out there. What is happening in Palestine is settler colonialism. military occupation, land theft, and ethnic cleansing. A conflict means there is equal footing, which is not the case. There is an active oppressor, Israel, and an oppressed Palestine, a colonizer, Israel, and a colonized Palestine. This is not a conflict. Like when, again, they talk about, I saw a Palestinian on the news, and they're like, what are you thinking about the evictions? He goes, well, the evictions, that word isn't correct, because eviction says that there's a legal standing. You can be evicted because you broke the law. You didn't pay your rent. So you signed a lease. It says, if you don't pay rent, we can evict you. He says, these are illegally occupied territories. Right? So then, and more people are speaking up. Jeremy Corbyn. The escalation of hostilities overnight in Jerusalem and now in Tel Aviv is a direct result of the home invasions, Sharik Jarrah, by government-backed settlers. If it wanted, Israel could halt the bloodshed by ending the siege of Gaza and the occupation of Palestine. Ceasefire needed now. And he's been smeared. Oh, he's anti-Semitic, right? That's what they call him immediately. And so, it's people are starting to speak up. Andrew Yang, immediately defended Israel, and people came after him good and pretty hard, as well they should. Even AOC, which, okay, it's one of her tweets, but then I saw this, what Susan Sarandon posted. This is from Force to Vote Medicare for All. Shouldn't AOC be dunking on Biden instead of Yang right now? Yeah, Yang said something terrible, but Biden's the one actually giving Israel the bombs. Agree. And a lot of other people agree. This is from a protest in New York City and the occupation. BDS is the floor, not the ceiling. And the thing about this, and there's protests in Los Angeles outside of the Israeli embassy. And it's not just Palestinians or Muslims or Arabs in the street. It's everybody. It's all different walks of life. There's Jewish people out there. There's white people, Asian, black. Everybody's just like, this ain't right, man. It ain't right. And the same way everyone took to the streets last summer with George Floyd and said, this ain't right. It's not right. And when I hear some like super pro-Zionist talk in certain ways, they're using the same language when they describe Palestinians. It's the same language that was used by Germans in the 30s. They're less than human. We need to exterminate them. So, and again, getting back to this, yeah, let's talk about what Joe Biden, where how come he's been noticeably quiet right now? He's been noticeably quiet, Joe Biden. Because let's not forget, he said, hold on. This is what Joe Biden said. Years ago.
If we look at the Middle East, I think it's about time we stop, those of us who support, as most of us do, Israel in this body, for apologizing for our support for Israel. There's no apology to be made. None. It is the best $3 billion investment we make. Were there not an Israel, the United States of America would have to invent an Israel to protect her interest in the region. The United States would have to go out and invent an Israel.
So there's that. That's our current president, Joe Biden. Hasn't said much. Then there's Rashida Tlaib putting this video up there. This is all I can hear is children screaming and crying. The fear. This isn't terror. I don't know what is. It's Eid al-Fitr, the end of the holy month of Ramadan. Kids should be celebrating wearing new clothes and receiving candy, not hiding from bombs and homeless. Now they say, well, yeah, but Hamas started shooting rockets into Israel. So why did that happen? It's the same response we hear from the cops. Hey, the cops, we just showed up to keep the peace and everyone, we had to do it. No, you cops were starting, and this is the treatment of Palestinians. It's come on, get on the right side of history. You're on the wrong side of history. Get on the right side of history. There's a kid screaming. Israel is the aggressor. We have to just acknowledge that Israel is the aggressor and the United States gives them $3 billion a year. We're not brokering peace. Supporting Netanyahu isn't brokering peace. We could be the ones brokering peace, but I'm sorry. It's just. So then this is Obama, International Nurses Day. Let's celebrate the nurses and medical professionals around the world who do as much for as many. And let's thank the Barack Obama, blah, 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 blah. Sarah Abdullah, who I follow. Israel bombed nurses, doctors, hospitals, and ambulances in 2 murderous wars in Gaza, launched with your approval in 2012 and 2014. So then a common thing is, and I have friends of mine who are very pro-Israel. They're Jewish. I have friends of kids who've served in the Israeli army, and I'll always be met with, well, Graham, you don't understand. It's complicated. You don't get it. You don't get what's going on. So I went to this breakingthesilence.org.il. Go to this website. I just pulled one testimony. These are testimonials from ex-Israeli soldiers who have come forward to say it ain't right how we treat the Palestinians, how we're all taught in Israel to just treat them as less than. Right? In the way, some cops have come forward and say it's wrong. It's systemic racism, the way we treat black people. We just go into the black community and look any black person, especially a black male, is guilty. So if you're participated in the George Floyd protests and we're on social media saying it's not right, we got to defund the police, but you're pro-Israel, you're a hypocrite. So you don't want to believe me because, Graham, you're not Jewish. You're not from Israel. You don't know what it's like. Okay, maybe I don't know. Are you an ex-Israeli soldier? Because I'd like to hear what they have to say.
אני זוכרת מקרה ספציפי אחד בגזרה שנקראת הברך בעצם, שזה ממש הפינה של החלק הצפוני של הרצועה, שהתקרבו לשם הרבה. זה ממש צמוד לנירם. זאת אומרת, הקיבוץ נירם ממש יושב שם על הגדר, אז הייתה תשומת לב מאוד גדולה לחלק הזה, ולראות שלא מתקרבים לגדר. ואז רואה כבשים אחד, סבא, ממש סבא מבוגר, שהלך עם הכבשים, והוא התקרב יותר מדי לגדר. עכשיו, גם השיקול דעת שלי בתור תצפיתנית זה עד כמה אני נותנת לו להתקרב, עד כמה אני יכולה לדחות את זה שאני אדווח לכוחות. כי ברגע שאת מדווחת זה כבר, זה מציאותי, זה ירי פיזי. והוא באמת התקרב יותר מדי, והודעתי לכוח של הנדסה קרבית, שהיו יושבים שם קבוע. ואז בהתחלה זה התחיל עם ירי באוויר, הכבשים נבלו קצת, אבל נשארו בערך באותו אזור. הירי הבא היה מעבר לגדר, כמובן לא לפגוע בגדר, זה הרבה מאוד כסף לתקן את הגדר. קרוב אליהם על האדמה, והם נבלו שוב, אבל זה כאילו הרועה צאן היה נחוש בדעתו להישאר שם. הוא לא רצה ללכת משם, הוא רצה להישאר. ואני זוכרת, כי אני זוכרת אותם מדברים בקשר, את המוהנדסים, כאילו, יאללה, יש אקשן היום, יש משהו, כאילו, כי איזה משעמם ולא היה כלום כל היום, והדבר הבא זה זה שפשוט ירו בכבשה שהייתה הכי קרובה לגדר, והוא פשוט לא שומע, אין סאונד, אתה לא שומע באמת מה קורה, אבל הוא פשוט בא אליו והוא ניסה להרים אותה, והייתה כולה דם שם, והוא מנסה להרים אותה ולסחוב אותה ולקחת אותה חזרה, והם פשוט המשיכו לראות כדי להבריח אותם. הוא היה, היא לא מתה. הוא היה אבל צריך להשאיר אותה שם. ולברוח, אחרת היו יורים גם בו וגם בשאר הכבשים. זהו, הוא פשוט חזר בריצה חזרה, והיא נשארה שם עד שהיא מתה, כאילו. וזה היה, כאילו, מהצד השני, זה פשוט משחק וידאו, זה כאילו כזה מנותק מהמציאות, אז מה אם אנחנו יורים פה בחיות, או...
So if you read that, she just said it was detached from reality. It was like a video game. Does that sound familiar? The Israeli soldiers, oh, great, we get action today. I've heard cops, Chicago cops say, oh, I hope we get some stick time. Meaning they can't wait. They hope there's a protest and they get to beat the shit out of people. Oppressors are oppressors are oppressors. I don't care what uniform you put them in. I don't care if it's a cop, it's a Nazi uniform, it's an Israeli uniform. I don't give a shit. An oppressor is an oppressor is an oppressor. They shot the guy's sheep. An old man's sheep got too close to the fence, so they killed his sheep. And it was detached from reality. This is human behavior. It's not, oh, Graham, you don't get the culture. I understand human behavior. I understand it quite well. My parents took me to Dachau when I was a kid. And when you let a bunch of psychos get control of something, they look at that group as less than human. That's what Israel is doing to Palestine. And I hate to break it to you. I hate to break it to you, pro-Israel folks. That's how it's shaken out. You want to own that? It's kind of hard to own that, isn't it? Kind of hard to own that.
כאילו מהצד השני זה 180 מעלות, זה עולם ומלואו של אנשים כי פשוט אנשים באו ויורים לך כאילו בחיות, בפרנסה, בחאה, וזה בסדר, זה כאילו בסדר. וזה היה... הדחקתי את המקרה הזה לגמרי. ממש הדחקתי, זה עכשיו עולה צו מחדש.
They let women in the army in combat roles. Equal opportunity oppression. When a Santa Monica cop almost ran me over last summer, get the fuck out of the way, he said on the intercom on the cop car. Santa Monica's police chief was a woman. The mayor was a woman last summer. But it's different. It's too complicated. I don't get it. So go to breakingthesilence.org.il. And there's a bunch of videos like that. Some of them are in English. It's all ex-Israeli soldiers telling their stories and how they're like, this ain't right. And they came forward. That takes more courage than I could ever possibly imagine. I can't imagine the amount of shit they're getting from other Israelis. But when you start talking about a group of people as less than human, which is how like the right-wing Israelis talk about Palestinians, you're in trouble. You've lost reality, as she said. You've lost touch with reality. Still a human being. And all I'm watching today on the news is all these people going, they bombed, the school kids died, and regular people were just walking down the street and they bombed. Why are they didn't hit military and you know, they didn't bomb a base. They didn't hit some Hamas stronghold or something. They're just bombing. But that's what America does. We've been bombing the Middle East for 20 years straight now. So we always got money for war. We got money to give countries for other war. We sell weapons around the world, but we can't have free healthcare in this country. We just can't seem to figure that out. We just can't say, oh boy, it's just too complicated. How are we going to pay for it? Well, how are we going to pay for all these wars and oppression and giving other militaries money to go oppress people? So if you think the way cops treat black people in this country is wrong, but you support Israel, you're a hypocrite. If you think the stealing of Native American land is wrong and the genocide that was committed by the colonialists against Native Americans and indigenous people, if you're like, that was awful, but make excuses for Israel, you're a hypocrite. I hate to break it to you. I hate to break it to you. Sorry. I know I hate it when facts get in my head and it's like, oh, I just want to blindly support somebody. I don't blindly support anybody. You want to know why? My parents took me to Dachau when I was 5 or 6 years old. We lived in Germany and I saw how awful human beings can be. And the German kids, I had to fight with them every day. So I like fucking hated them. And I hate Nazis. When I see dumb fucking rednecks in this country, I cannot stand them. And then I learned about, I was raised Catholic, and then I learned about the Catholic Church as I got older. That was like a young teen. Like, what? Wait a minute. There's like pedophile priests in Chicago in the 80s. And I was like, wait, what? and the Catholic Church covered it up. I don't blindly follow anybody. If you blindly follow a country or a government or religion, you're a sucker. And that means you are susceptible to being brainwashed and rationalizing atrocities, or at least turning the other way. That's why I don't do that. That's why I didn't blindly follow Bernie or Tulsi or anybody. I liked a lot of their policies. I wish they would have won. But I don't blindly follow the AOCs of the world. I don't do it. I'm sorry. You blindly follow Israel or the Catholic Church or Trump or Biden, you're a sucker. And you do not want to listen to facts. Now you're going to put angry comments in this YouTube section, I'm sure, which will just prove my point. So which is it? Treating fellow human beings with dignity or just taking land because you want to? Which is it? Which is it? You want to debate me? You're an Israeli that wants to debate me? Fine. Sure. Debate that woman. Go to Break the Silence and debate them. You can't debate the soul that woman has that was broken by her actions, that now she's crying, talking about it years later. You're going to debate that? It's like you sound, and when you do that, when you defend Israel, you sound just like a Blue Lives Matter person. An all life, oh, it's just a few bad apples. Sure there are. Just a few bad apples. Thanks for watching the show, folks. Like, share, subscribe. We're being censored by YouTube because America is an authoritarian state that pays foreign sanctions other countries to be authoritarian, and yet we have the audacity to be critical of China and Russia. Oh, that makes total sense. America is a meth head with a face tattoo telling an alcoholic they drink too much. Yeah, let's put the meth pipe down first before we tell the guy maybe he should not have that many beers watching sports. That's our show. Like, share, subscribe. And if this content bothers you or offends you, then you have lost the ability for critical thinking. And I'm sorry that you're not intelligent enough to watch the show, which makes sense. A lot of dumb people can't handle the truth. That's why I've lost friends who vote any blue will do and refuse to acknowledge all the awful shit that Obama and the Clintons did. Yes, Bush is awful. I think Trump, Biden, the Bushes, the Obamas, the Clintons should all be fucking locked up in the goddamn Hague along with Netanyahu. So, and Erdogan and fuck the Turkish guy. Yeah, fuck all of them. How's that sound? How about fucking we round all these cocksuckers up, put them in a fucking jail, round up all the guns and all the weapons, melt them down, and then what's left is a bunch of reasonable people that just want to have a nice life. How about that? You're a religious fanatic? Fuck you. I don't care what your religion is. You can't be just blindly pro-Israel and then sit there and say, oh, all the Muslims are in Al-Qaeda. You're just, again, another hypocrite thing, and you're just rooting for your team. Because you've devoid of critical logic. You can't see other than you've been brainwashed with a bunch of bullshit. I was brainwashed. Living in America, you're brainwashed. If you grew up in a pro-Israel home, you were brainwashed. You were propagandized. If you grew up in a pro-Republican home, you were brainwashed. If you grew up in a pro-Democrat home, you were brainwashed. Okay? No different than what China does. It's no different. I'm sorry. If you're ride or die with whatever religion, I don't care what it is, man. You've been fucking brainwashed. Wake up and join humanity. I don't know. I know that's a crazy thing. It's a crazy idea. It's the idea that, I don't know, Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad all had the same idea. Be good, treat everybody nicely. And then all their ideas got interpreted by fucking stupid humans, because humans are goddamn dumb and they ruin everything. So when the human race goes up in smoke because you want to have a gun and blow people up that are different from you. And by the way, culturally, Palestinians and Israelis have like almost identical cultures. They have identical fucking cultures. It's so stupid. It's like the conflict in Ireland with the Protestants and the Catholics. You're both fucking Irish. How fucking dumb is this? But keep being stupid. It's all right. You're stupid. You're dumb. Graham, fuck you. You're stupid. I hate the stupidity of closed-minded idiots that only want to fucking blow everything up. So just blow everything up. There you go. Just blow it up. Blow up the world. Way to go. Your team won. The world's blown up. Congratulations. You're stupid. God is saying, you know what, humans, you guys can't fucking get along. I'm going to turn this car around. You guys are done. You guys are going to exterminate yourself. Any species that doesn't evolve goes extinct. More science and reasoning. Oh no, I brought in science. So now the dipshit evangelicals, they're too fucking stupid to like science. Oh shit. That's why I don't subscribe to any of these dumb groups, because I'm not a moron. So there you go. If you're not a moron and you like logic, then keep watching. If any of this video offended you, then go watch whatever stupid news source, bury your head in the sand, and please, for the love of God, oil up your fist and jam it up your ass. Boom. MHC, thank you for supporting our show. Primary objective of the chat, keep Graham from starting his first segment for as long as possible. Thank you so much. Annabelle Corley, what's up, Annabelle? How's everything down under? I spent 2 months in northern Israel in the 90s. I spoke with Palestinians at the Golan Heights, traumatized Israeli soldiers. When you go to the country, you see the reality of war. War's awful. War's the fucking worst thing in the world. So if you support war, you're either one of two things. One, you've never been to a war. You don't know how awful it is. I don't know combat, but I've been in war zones. I know how awful it is. Two, you're just a psycho who loves death. You're like psychotic. You're whatever. Yeah. You just, you're amped up on war, or the empathy part of your brain was fucking taken out. I don't know what. In my opinion, a lot of people are not actively in favor of these terrible acts, but are effectively programmed. Making progress on these issues must involve discouraging them from the sources of the programming so that they can actually think. Well, how to actually do that is beyond me. Personally, I haven't had much success with doing that so far. Denny McCarthy, I'm about like you on that, brother. Thank you, Denny. McCartney, sorry. Thank you, Denny. Read the Shankill Butchers, an insight to the trouble in Northern Ireland. Yeah. Protestants in Northern Ireland were mainly descendants of colonial Scots in England. Yeah. Again, everyone in the UK is like related. Everyone in the UK has the same fucking culture. And because they're so close, it's so stupid. Dividing each other up. You're all Anglos. Everyone in the fucking UK is an Anglo. Damn, it makes me mad. Good point, Rick. All right. Hit the like button. Kate, my retired neurological nurse, literally worked with brain surgeons. Their motto was, "It's not rocket science." That's hilarious. Said that seeing orphan Palestinians hospitals during a religious trip opened their eyes to something she'd never seen and heard of on TV. Yeah. Everybody have a pleasant day. Stay positive. Don't let current events get you down. We don't make the decisions. We don't make the decisions. We can't own them. Case closed. Yeah. I did not hear of Putin's State of the Union recently. Yeah, I saw Gail Godot's dumb tweet. God, Nancy Pelosi's just stupid stuff. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Ho. Wait a minute. There's something else I wanted to talk about. Sorry. Hold on. Hold on a second. Hold on a quick second. Quick second. Quick second. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, I know what. Hold on. Wait, hold on. All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Elwood, and you are watching the Political Vigilante. Well, we've been demonetized by the CIA tube for a third month. We also have a copyright strike against us for a video that I did in July of 2020. I'm not making that up. A copyright strike. They pulled a video. This is a separate video I did last week about Bill Gates withholding, not wanting to give up the COVID vaccine patent for poor countries so that we could help them from being, like India is just getting wiped out by COVID. They're a country of over 1 billion people, and they just don't have the money and the infrastructure. Even though they're an emerging economy, they still have third world conditions in much of that country. And Bill Gates is against giving up the COVID patents. And all these other big media outlets said that's not right. And yet my video got pulled. So I'm so sick of these goddamn billionaires on so many levels. And so please support what we're doing at patreon.com. And it's why I'm in cryptocurrency, mainly Bitcoin, because it gets me out of the central banks, which fund war, which get the Wall Street gets socialism, and then Warren Buffett's like, oh, Bitcoin's a Ponzi scheme. Really? Berkshire Hathaway's portfolio is 75% banks, which create financial collapses and then profit from it with tax money. What happened 10 years ago is not the first time that's happened. They've been getting bailed out. Berkshire Hathaway has been bailed out by the government twice. And he says that. So, but there is some good news out there, folks. There is some good news out there for billionaires. I just wanted to show that, Bezos commissions a $500 million mega yacht that comes with its own support yacht, which, I know we rail on billionaires a lot on this show, but this is something I wholeheartedly support. The vessel is reportedly one of the largest sailing yachts ever built in the Netherlands. And it's amazing. Bezos placed the order over 2 years ago for the luxury ship, which is being built by the Dutch company Oceanco. The vessel will be one of the largest sailing yachts ever built in the Netherlands, the unofficial capital of boat building for the super rich. Wow. Sounds like a good reason to hate the Netherlands. According to Bloomberg, the project is known as Y721, has been closely guarded secret. They were spotted on Entertainment Mogul with David Geffen's yacht off the coast of Spain and later sailing with designer Joan Fustenberg and her partner, Diane von Fustenberg. Yeah, fuck you. They were spotted on a yacht in Cabo San Lucas. These are like journalists follow these assholes around. It's impossible to get a slot in a new built yard, Tucker says in an interview. They're totally booked. Oh, I'm so sick of that. Like I totally get it. I mean, I know there's Americans right now today in the southeastern part of the country that can't get gas because there was this hack of this stupid archaic fossil fuel system. So people can't get gas. And then of course, some people are selfish panic buyers. So then they make it worse. And then people have been waiting in food lines during a pandemic to get food. Some people are behind on their rent, but man, you can't get a slot in a yacht building yard. That's tough. Secondhand is probably not an option for Bezos. Yeah, he's not an animal. Like, let's be clear. He's not gonna, it'd be kind of gross if he had to buy a used yacht. I mean, buying a used yacht is probably the most disgusting thing I've ever heard. I mean, the second most disgusting thing is buying a yacht without a support yacht. I mean, could you imagine not having a support yacht for your yacht? I mean, oh my God, that's just like wearing somebody else's used underwear. Like just disgusting, not having a yacht for your yacht and then buying a used yacht. I mean, that's just like, oh, what is next? Might as well just start licking toilet seats in a public restroom if you're going to buy a used yacht. I mean, what a gross, disgusting thing, owning a used yacht. So I'm really glad that the billionaires, and I think, should we start a GoFundMe? If there's any billionaires out there watching the show that can't afford a second yacht, a support yacht, I mean, a yacht for your yacht, you need a support yacht. I mean, what are you going to have the staff like stay on the regular yacht? No. Let's just tie them to a dinghy or something. I don't know. Give them life preservers. I don't care what those animals do as long as they're not on my yacht. But yeah, should we start a GoFundMe if there's any billionaires out there watching that don't have a support yacht? Seriously, reach out to the show. If you're a billionaire and you can't afford or just don't want to spend the money, which I get, or maybe there's just not a slot available to have your support yacht built in that Netherlands yacht building yard, which I'm sure is great people. So yeah, like maybe we should start a GoFundMe for support yachts. I think it's important. I think really we need to, because I mean, I don't think I can sleep tonight knowing that there's a billionaire that doesn't have a support yacht for their yacht. I don't think I'm going to be able to sleep for I mean, we got to fix this problem. Yeah, there's homeless and, you know, cop shooting unarmed black people, and we have the highest prison population in the world. And there's, you know, Flint hasn't had clean water for 6 years, and there's 1,000 cities that have contaminated water, and the homeless population has probably doubled in the last or tripled in the last year, and the environment's collapsing. But I mean, whatever. They don't have a support yacht. I mean, should we have a moment of silence for any billionaires that don't have a support yacht for their yacht? I think we should do that. Let's take a moment of silence for all the billionaires that don't have a support yacht for their yacht. Oh, wait a minute. That sounds insane. Yeah, guys. So this is Jeffy Bezos. Doesn't pay any taxes. Like, cancel your Amazon Prime if you can. And I get it. Every once in a blue moon, there's like something I need. It's not in any stores. I got to get it online, and Amazon is the only place that has it. I get it. I get what they've done. They make it hard to not use their product. Really try not to vote with your dollars. But I get it. I've had to. I'm not going to lie to you. There's a couple times I've had to, like, it was the only place I could get it. You know, or there was like a 4-6 week backlog or something, and Amazon will ship it. You know, it's like, oh God. So yeah, they need to pay taxes. They need to have union labor. This is a guy, Jeff Bezos, who spent money to stop a union being formed at his warehouse in Alabama. This is a guy who spent $1.5 million to stop Kshama Sawant from getting reelected. He failed. So he spends all this money to not help people. And he has 2 fucking yachts being built for him. Find me a video of a cop putting their knee on the neck of a billionaire. So I hope you all find your own support yachts, because a single yacht is probably the loneliest thing I've ever seen in my life. Sure, somebody, you know, having to file bankruptcy because they don't have, you know, health insurance, whatever. But like a yacht without a support yacht, I mean, yeah, people, tent cities, whatever. But like, yeah, got it. But a yacht without a yacht is one of the saddest things I've ever seen in my life. Sure, we give Israel $3 billion a year to treat Palestinians like second-class citizens in an illegal settlements in an apartheid state. But a yacht without a yacht? Wow. Man. Well, thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers for any billionaires out there without a support yacht for their yacht. Thanks for watching the show. I'm donating all the proceeds from this video to billionaires who need support yachts. We all got to do our part. We all got to do our part. Shave your knuckles for justice. Boom. And for support yachts, please. Yacht lives matter. Oh. Okay, Jesse Ventura said that the human race only contribution to the earth is plastic. That's why I love Jesse Ventura. MHC, Shave Your Knuckles for Justice. For $500 million, we could probably send an armada of pandemic relief ships to India. Yeah, exactly. Right. $500 million, you could go, I'm just going to buy as many doses of a COVID vaccine and get it on a jet today to India right now. Like, go. You know, like I could get put $500 million worth of vaccines on a dozen jets, land at 12 of the biggest cities in India, and just get that going. Just get a bunch of doses out there just to help people, just to help get their numbers down. He could do that. Said he's got a yacht for his yacht. Come on, people, let's start Yacht My Yacht and get these poor billionaires their yachts. Oh, not my yacht. I only call myself homeless because I live on a previously owned yacht. Oh. Yes, the Android app for Rockfin is up and running. Before the English took over in Palestine, the country was peaceful. Outside interference has a lot to answer for. Yep. Yacht my yacht, everybody. Yacht my yacht. Yacht my yacht. Where's my yacht? Yacht my yacht. Yacht. Yacht my yacht. Yacht. Yacht my yacht. All right, everybody. I know Jimmy's live and Status Quo's live. Please do a segment on Azerbaijan advancing 3 kilometers into Armenian territory during the ceasefire. Shit, I didn't know about that. I will look. Yes, I will do that. I'll get more information on that and do a segment on that. Thank you for letting us know about that. I have covered the Azerbaijan, and yeah, I will. Yacht my yacht. Yacht my yacht. Yacht my yacht. Google is suppressing the Rockfin app. It doesn't show up when you search for it. I'm sure it does that. All right. Well, thank you everybody for watching the show. We did a couple of segments. Yacht my yacht, 176 likes. I will be live again tomorrow. No game show tomorrow, but I will be live. Just need to get Rockfin on Roku. Yeah, that's next. Is they're going to have a Rockfin app for Roku and Apple TV. That's the next thing they're working on. It's mainly just getting approval from those companies because they get, 1,000 new apps submitted to them a day. So they got to get approved and blah, blah, blah. So that'll happen. So there's the iPhone app already. So now the Apple TV one is next. MHC, Shave Your Knuckles for Justice. I remember a fake story from about 20 years ago. Tiger Woods owning a full-size aircraft carrier yacht. At this rate, this could become an actual thing before long. Oh, I know. It'll become a real thing. I like my Graham on the big screen. I know. You need these guns on a big screen. Watching me on a phone, it's like not having a support yacht. I get it. Yacht my yacht. Yacht my yacht. Yacht my yacht. Yacht my yacht. All right, let's sing a song. I know, I just feel a little depressed. Not depressed, but just kind of down. Just kind of like, nobody wants to get it. Yacht my yacht. All right, let's sing a song. Yacht my yacht. Hey, yacht my yacht. Yacht my yacht. Hey, yacht my yacht. Yacht my yacht. My yacht. My yacht. My yacht. My yacht. My yacht. Yacht my yacht. Hey. Crowded house. Don't dream it's over. As Eddie Vedder. And probably Bane. There's a freedom within. There's a freedom without. Try to catch a dealer and a fever help. There's a battle ahead. Many battles are lost, Gotham, but you'll never see the end of the road while you're traveling with me. Hey now, don't dream, Gotham, it's over. Hey now. When the League of Shadows comes in, they come. They come to build a wall between us. It's Gotham's reckoning, and they won't win. Now toward my car, there's a hole in the roof. My possessions are causing me suspicion, and there's no rule. In the papers here, 'tis a horse and here. When you turn the page at the horse, Jeremy, how? Her now, here, no, her. Even flow when the word they go to a water tree when here they won't hand. I was surfing the other day with Mike McCready, and I realized, hey now, don't call me daughter. Well, someone doesn't like Bane. I'm going to do the rest of it as Bane now. That's what you get. You think the darkness was your ally? I was born in it, molded by it. Now I'm walking again to the beat of a drum. And I'm counting the steps to the door of your heart. Only the shadows ahead, barely clearing the roof, get to know what would have been feeling of liberation and release. Hey now, don't dream that it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, they come, and they're gratefully accepted. We know they can't win. And then, after you watch this karaoke video, you have my permission to die. Hey now, the League of Shadows. Don't let them win. The liars. Cast them out. You think you're in charge? Take control. Take control, live stream. Oh, we did it. We did it, everybody. Thanks for watching. Enjoy whatever you're going to do. If you go watch Jimmy's show, go say you were watching this one. And thanks, everybody. Tell people to subscribe and support me on Rockfin when you're in Jimmy's chat, because we have been demonetized. We're in our 3rd month of demonetization. So any support we can get. And tell people to sign up for Rockfin because they get Jimmy's content, my content, Ron Placone, Whitney Webb, Abby Martin's over there now. So get people to join. Bane is the Trump of Batman villains. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you all so much. Thank you, everybody over on the Rockfins, for supporting what we do. And of course, there's a lot of ways to support. If you go to GrahamElwood.com, there's the PayPal, there's the Venmo, there's the Graham Elwood store. We got cool political vigilante merchandise. And then we've got, and if money's tight, there's just all the great free ways. Share this on your social media, making sure you can sign up to Rockfin for free. You can subscribe to YouTube for free. You can like and share and do all those things. All those free things help. Have a good Wednesday night. We will be live again tomorrow. Not sure when, but probably in the afternoon. And then we will do Government Secrets at 3 o'clock Pacific time on Friday. And then, I don't know, I might take a little time off. We'll see what's up. Have a great night. We'll see you again tomorrow. Maybe we'll have Ron Placone on the show tomorrow, since we're not doing the game show tomorrow, just a regular old Ron segment. Some Ron tent. Free Julian Assange, free Palestine, free healthcare, free speech. Thank you, Harry C. Smith. You're very correct on all of that stuff. The fact that you're supporting me in many ways, I really appreciate it, because this show could be like shutting down right now if I wasn't getting your support because of what YouTube did. MHC, there was also Freedom Ship, which was a proposal involving building a 500-foot floating city complete with full-size airport, and it was solely meant to be a way for the wealthy to avoid any country's taxes. Look it up on YouTube. God, what a bunch of pieces of shit. So, yeah. So stay safe, everybody. Have a good night. Hey now, don't dream that this live stream is over. If you're a Patreon or Rockfin Premium member, you can rewatch it on the playback. Take control of your content.